We'll talk a little bit about lab outsourcing, kind of bring you up to date where we are with that. I guess we've made a little bit of progress with Blue Cross. We met with them a couple 3 weeks ago. We sent 4 claims in last week to see if we can get what they're calling clean claims. They're telling us that our claims are not meeting their editing specifications. So we sent those in. We probably had about a dozen issues that they brought up. Some of which I guess we agreed with. We'll correct. Some of which we kind of want to fuss with them about. And I'll give you an example on the top line. You know, it says name and date of birth. Well, we've got that. Well, following that would be your name, and following that would be your date of birth. They want that on 2 separate lines, and that's a preference. That's not a requirement. They're required there, so we're fussing with them about that. But we reviewed 4 or 5 claims today, and we've got one that we physically went down the edit list. We think that is a clean claim, so we're going to send that to them. We process it tonight, then we'll send them a copy of it tomorrow and see if we can get that approved as a clean claim. If we ever get sort of a template of a clean claim, if they approve that, we'll send them another group, a larger group next week. Sort of our plan is to get a group of claims and then have the business office people like we did today sit down and go through and see if we can get the clean claims issue resolved. Sort of in that regard, Knox is doing the same thing, and they're about the same place that we are with them in trying to get through the clean claims issue. We'll get through that. We'll move on to whatever the next issues are, so that we can get hopefully start getting our lab outsource bill. They've removed the locks, and we are getting some Blue Cross payments daily, and that's on the non-lab. They still have a lock on the lab outsource, and any other lab, if you come in and have a lab drawn, they're going to request medical records on it. But we're making some requests on that. We're getting daily payments from them. We still have about 1.4 million that's not counting, that's non-lab outsource that we're trying to collect on. There was a hearing, I believe, last week in Austin with the committee about the Blue Cross issue as far as the smaller hospitals are concerned, and I guess the pressure that Blue Cross is bringing on smaller hospitals to renegotiate their contracts. There was a discussion about lab outsource. The chairman of Tarch was there, and he addressed that, and he said, hey, there's about 15% of the Tarch hospitals are doing lab outsource. And his comment was that we know that some of that 15% are doing it right, and it's not a violation of the Blue Cross contract. So it was nice to see Tarch take a stand for not only the hospitals that are dealing with new contracts, but also the facilities that are doing lab outreach and are working very hard to do it properly. And we're one of those. So a little bit of progress there. We still have not received, when we met with Blue Cross, they promised us a new contract within 10 days. I followed up with them by email 10 days later. Still have not received a contract. I contacted Diane Carr by phone today and left her a voice message, and we're still waiting on the new lab contract. So there you go.
Continue to see the light.
Yeah. So we're continuing to work through it, and we'll get the clean claims issue resolved, because that's just a matter of hitting all their edits. Then we'll move to whatever the next issue is a big deal. I'll tell you that we're still doing a significant, our volume has not dropped off significantly. We're doing less volume. On campus is really not sending any samples right now, but we're still doing roughly the same amount of MMP work, which is generating revenue, but we're not collecting any money on that. So, and we talk with MMP regularly, and they're still on board for us to continue to do the billing, recognizing that we'll get the payment issue resolved, somewhere along the line. But it's good thing we got some reserves, so we can hanging there for a long time, particularly whenever you saw the revenue, revenue numbers for our routine work, our inpatient and outpatient. Questions about that?
Anybody?
It's gonna be a process.